do I think the C players division should exist? Yes and no. Now the reason why I'm gonna answer the no first. The no part I say because I think that the way that it was, it created so many elite players, and the way that it was there was no A, B, or C. You know, so to answer the question, I don't think it should be a C, B, or an A. You know, if you're gonna do it, you should do it as close to the format that tennis has as possible, because I believe that's going to be the format that we need. We're going to have to fall in place one way or another eventually anyway. Just like I had to fall in place with the USHA rules. Eventually, we're going to have to fall in place with their format. The structure is pure. The integrity is always going to be there. Numbers don't lie. It's just that simple. So, as far as the C division as it is now, we're just not there yet. Us not being there yet is the answer to a lot of questions. It just is. So, like, for now, do I think the C division should exist? Yeah, I do, because players just hearing C, they come out. All those players who would not play against a B player or an A player, they're going to come out no matter what. Now, one of the problems that I see with this, and it really rubs me the wrong way, is that you have people who are not C players sandbagging these tournaments. Now, a C player, if you're going to do it the way tennis would do it, would be an amateur. Right. An amateur is an amateur. Right. By definition. Just coming into the sport learning how to play. Right. You have a lot of, and this is where it gets fishy, because you have people. You have to be able to distinct the difference. Talk about the difference between a B player, A player, and a C player. You know, so people say, "No, I'm a C player," but they not only hit the ball on the wall, they can go for shots and go there and go that. A C player is not supposed to be able to do that. You know, a C player. You said you push the ball. Yeah. You would be a C player. Right, yeah. I bet you would consider yourself a C player. Oh, yeah, I'm a C player. You're not a C player. You're not a C player. I know this, you're just not a C player. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when I was doing GUS, the way I am refereeing, I am in life, believe it or not. I joke around, I crack jokes here and there, but I have a code that I live by. You know, so if it's right or right, it's wrong or wrong. I try to choose the right choice majority of the time, but I'm a human being, so I make mistakes and I make the wrong choices all the time. But for the most part, I try to make the right choices. So I promoted a C tournament, and I end up getting 42 teams.
Because they come out.
They come out like it's like roaches. It's just flood the market. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's great for people who are trying to make money off of the tournament. I'm not that guy. I'm just not trying to make. I want to give to the players. You know, and there's too many times that you have events where, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could do it both ways. You could make money and let them make money. You could actually do it. And back then, just to keep it real, 100% with you, what I did in this tournament that I'm talking about with the 42 teams, I promised a number that I know I would get no matter what, that I can even afford to give out myself if I wanted to. So it was, first place was $300, second place was $200, third place was $100. And I had like $1,200 overhead. After that, I paid my refs, overpaid all my refs. Everything was done in a timely fashion because I ran the spot, you know, so I made the games go the way I wanted them to go. Games are 15, because what do I care what game it is? I'm just trying to get a tournament over it. I was flooded with people. I had 3 courts. And the overhead, I split between the owner and myself. And it wasn't a secret. I let everybody know exactly what I did with the money. You know, because at the end of the day, I still had that code, even though, you know, I took money, I let everybody know. This is what my format was, you know. I did what I told you I was going to do. You shouldn't expect anything more than what I told you I was going to do. I don't feel obligated to do anything else. You know, that was back then. Now I'm in a place. I'm in a place where I don't want to make any money off of you. You're a player. I'm a player. I want you to get what's coming to you if you play in the tournament. You know, I don't see any reason why I should take money from the players, especially since now, from working with other organizations, I see it can be done. I see that you can play for free and still give out $1,000. There's another way to actually do it. Now I don't want those C players money. You know, if I'm going to take those C players' money, that C players' money is going to go to the C players, because I know I have a budget for this event before the C players ever even came to the park. And that's just the way I see it do it. And let's not forget, even though I don't want to take this money from the players now, there's a lot of expenses that go into throwing any event. Now, when you have all that money that comes from a tournament like a C tournament, if you're in that position where you don't have a sponsor and you do have to come out your pocket, then maybe that's not such a bad thing for you to at least cover your losses. But then this could always be said to anybody throwing any tournament. The player could always say, "I didn't tell you to do that. I don't care about a trophy. I don't care about a T-shirt. I don't care about any of those things you gave me. I want the money." They could always say that, and that's going to always make you feel a certain type of way if you're an organizer. And I've been in that position before, and I understand because I'm a player. And guess what? For years, trophies just started coming back out.
Mm-hmm.
For years, when I was going from a B player to becoming an A player,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't care about trophies. Rookie gave me my first trophy. I played in the B doubles in West 4th Street, and Rookie played by himself, which another thing I probably never heard of. This dude played the B doubles by himself. And I met up with him in the finals, and it was me and Power. And Rookie was like, you know what, hey, kid, take the trophy. They don't care about the trophies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now it's come up again now. You know, the kids want to take the pictures, the social media and all that, look at my trophies. I get it. But back then, it just shows, no one cares. They want the money. I want the money to go buy my sneakers or buy whatever. I can't buy sneakers with a trophy. You know, so that's what it comes down to with the players. And even if they don't say it, this is the elephant that's in the room with all the whole community. You know, I didn't ask you for that. Even though it's real nice, I don't want that extra stuff.
Yeah, so like this brings me to a very good point that I wanted to talk about, and it's about the community and the idea of the pot. Like for the tournament host, I assume that when they say that this is the prize for winning the tournament, that should be the set prize. It's not like are they under the impression that the more people that play, the more money that they could possibly win?
All right, well, let me clear that up for you, because the answer they are. I mean, that's what the problem is within the handball community.
New York, because they don't even give out money in certain other states.
Yeah, they really don't, but they're also not at 11.
Yeah, they're not.
So what it is, and this is a huge cancer within the handball community. Everybody expects any money that is given to anybody for their organization to go directly to the players. I spoke to you about that before. West 4th Street. And it just doesn't make sense. You know, and even when you say to any one player who has that opinion, they're like, you know what, you're right. So, you know, if I'm an organization and I have paid all my dues to become a legit organization, which is not cheap, you have to pay for all these different certifications to be legit with the government and stuff. People don't know that. They don't know the back end of it. You know, and a lot of times these organizations have websites. You have to pay to upkeep that website. There's money that goes into that. So when you get a grant, you get somebody gives you $50,000, or you get money from a councilman or something like that, that money goes into the organization. Now I'm in a position where I can give you a tournament and you don't have to pay to play, and I can give out $1,000 of prizes, and I can cover all the costs of all those little things that go into the other people who aren't organized. I can pay for those things because I already have the money, and that's what I mean when I say that I've seen that it can be done by not taking money from the handball players.
One thing that boggles me also is that this has been going on for a long time, and there's a lot of stuff that the organizers need help with, that the players need help with, that also, I mean, we talk about the players, we talk about the organizers, but what about, there's one point that I want to bring up is to the community. Like a lot of people in sports, and I think we talked about this, a lot of people in sports, you pay for the ticket to watch the game. There are a lot of spectators at these games who didn't pay to see this game, and it ends up being the onus on the players to kind of pay for this tournament. And then you get all these spectators who get to watch this tournament, get to see these players, get to enjoy handball at this elite level that they've invested in, that the hosts have invested in, and the community, technically, they just get to watch, you know? And I think as a growing spectator sport, that the community has to contribute more so that the players can do what they do best and that the organizers can do what they do best. I think that it is a trinity of the community, the players, and the organizers to kind of have a stake in the pot to so that this whole thing can work. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And there's been plenty of times that you've said something and I'm like, you're on the right. We've done that. We've had situations like that. I mentioned to you, you didn't know I ran Guz for 7 years. Audience of the players. The audience of the players also, because they're only there because they're handball players. In some form or fashion, they've been a handball player. They really like the game of something. So now, if you have a facility, and this is something that hasn't been done, but this is my idea for going forward. Let's just say if somebody had money and had an idea. To grow the sport, what I think would be the perfect situation is if you have a facility, you have a handball court, an indoor handball court. No one comes in for free. You have the players. You already have the players' attention because they have the players who they want to see play. So you have, let's say, the King of the Courts. You know that's probably one of the biggest, aside from the Buddha, one of the biggest spectators events that we have. You have that event. You have the players. The players and the organizers and everybody has already structured their event in that place. You charge everybody to come in. What we did in Guz was whoever did the tournament, they did the tournament, but they had to abide by the rules that were in Guz. And this leaves the door to go to the promoter who was doing the tournament. So now you use the door to help finance the tournament, as far as the spectators contributing to the tournament, to the event. You know, because you have it's in a confined space.
Right.
So now if someone acts up, guess what? You're out of here.
Right.
If someone's smoking, you know what? You're out of here. If you don't act accordingly, you're out of here. You already paid, and I have that leverage over you. I can kick you out.
Now, I have an idea. And I thought about this. It's a pretty good idea. Larry, I would love for you to do this.
Okay.
Outdoor, no facility, so we could do it anytime. What you would do is you would throw top 16, invite only, open singles. The invitation is based on votes. Spectators pay $5 and they submit a vote on who they want to be in that invitation.
Yeah.
So now I give $5 and I'm like, I want little Carlos to be in it. He's got one vote.
Right.
You give one, you want Kadeem. You want Timbo.
The community sponsors
The community
player.
is now it's
That's
a free
crazy.
entry, right? So it's these players. It's top 16 based on votes, and you're funding the entire tournament.
That's a great idea.
That's a really good idea. The community's funding the players. The players, the host, I guess, has the pot covered, and the spectators get to see who they want to see. I think that
You're paying for who you want to be in that tournament, right? So you figure. Reality is you only need 200 votes to get $1,000, and players will come for a free tournament. You give 600 first place, 300 second, 100 third. Boom, right there.
Like, the crowd is going to be there because they paid.
And the crowd is going to be there because they paid.
Yeah.
Right? That could work.
That works.
That's a great idea.
That's
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Because I think, again, it's up to the community has to see that in order for this sport to grow, they have to have some stake in the game. And like when you go to see, I went to go see a game at the Barclays, you want to tell people that, that's what I spent my money on, you know, and that's how the word is going to get out by the community themselves having a stake, not just, I was at the park and I was watching a game.
And the good thing is, you cast aside ego with this, because it's not me as the director saying, well, I'm going to invite who I think is the top 16. It's the spectators voting on who they want to see.
Not only are they voting, they're paying.
Right.
Yeah.
They're paying.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's a very huge part.
No, here's the thing, you don't gotta cap it at 200 votes. It could be unlimited votes. It's just more money into the tournament, right? So now let's say you're Kadeem and you're like, well, I'm gonna put $20 into this and vote for myself.
Right.
You know? So like, and then you're gonna tell your sister, like, sis, I want you to send cash out $5 and just write my name Kadeem.
Right.
You know, like, there's no limit to how much money you can get for this. There's going to be a minimum, like I need at least 200 votes so that I could get this going. But there's no maximum, and then you're fully funding a tournament, not taking any money from the players. You could pocket, when I say pocket, I don't mean like, I mean like it's money for you for organizing it.
As long as you keep your integrity intact, you do what you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing that's missing from the world, from the handball world. A lot of the organizers don't do what they say they're gonna do. Oh, we didn't get this many teams, so we're not gonna have a tournament. We didn't get XYZ, so that's not fair because I showed up here for that number.
Setting expectations.
I mean, even I put up a number. I threw an open doubles this year. And I put up a number based on 16. I said, based on if I get 16 open teams, this is what I'm paying out. I had every top player come, and I was shocked. Mind you, it wasn't nothing crazy. It's not like they came because it was literally they came to support. Because first place was like $500 or 400, something like that. And it was like, the Buddha first place is like $4,000, so it's not even like they were like, this is a great open tournament. They came just to support, and they knew I'm a man of my word. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Means a lot. Yes.
And it was awesome. Like, the fact that I have Paulie, right, and I always say it, I have Paulie, I have PSP come out. I didn't even know PSP plays outside of Queens. Like I'm like, this is, Gio and Davo took a train, ferry, and bus to get there. I'm like, this is awesome that you guys came out.
About, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And actually, if you want, I know we've done this before, and you don't want nobody hitting you up. And again, afterwards, you can talk to the crowd as well.
Well, if you guys want to reach me, you can reach me on Facebook or Instagram. My name is Lawrence Dubois on Facebook and on Instagram. And that's the best I can do.
Dope. And Justin, if you want to let them know what you're doing and
tune in to the Golden Talk for the weekend recap. and what to expect every Monday at 5:30 p.m.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So maybe on the board.